Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You know, one of the easiest way to figure out if something or someone is just is to see if that someone would agree to, follow under the rules that he proclaims, or the justice he sees as being dispensed. That's one way. So get him, put that person at the receiving end of the justice that now he is eager to dispense, and see if he would like it. But if you do it in reality, then you're gonna find out. But if you do it just like, oh, imagine that, you ask too much because you request intellectual integrity, and that's not in a big supply. So we have here the US envoy in Iran, and they will say two important things. One, that is actually unjust, because if you apply that to the United States, then it will not work. And the other one, a plain, how should I put it, confirmation of United States' direct involvement in Iranian internal affairs, which, remember, Russia collusion, Russia interference in our democracy. Remember that one? Well, that's only for that. We can say that, but others can't say about when we do it. No. They. I don't put myself inside with these weasels. But I was about to say... Anyway, this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. It's from December 4th, 2022. This is the title. It's actually half of the title. U.S. to focus on preventing Iranian arms supplies to Russia. Okay, why? That's outside of anything. What's the thing? It's Ukraine and Russia. Oh, you inserted yourself in, and now someone else tries to insert itself in, and you say, no, you can't do that. Only I can do that. Why? Because I'm the good guy. I hate this kind of moral arguing from a moral superior standpoint. Self-assigned or self-ascribed superior standpoint. Look at interventions. I was nice in other countries of this country that now says, hey, what are you doing? You can't do that. Only I can do it 10 times more than you. The United States will focus on preventing the supply of Iranian weapons to Russia and supporting the protesters in Iran. What do you mean, supporting them? Let's say you have protests in the United States of America, which you have, and you have riots that some politicians are not too fast to condemn. Quite the opposite. Now, imagine that Russia will say, well, we think of supporting those people over there protesting for whatever reason, let's say Floyd's killing or other situation like this, if you know what I mean. What do you think the United States would say? Great, we appreciate your concern and your support. And I wonder how the support is. Well, I'm telling you how the support is. This is an envoy, American envoy. They come to Iran. It's like you would have a group of Russians officials land in Washington, D.C. to discuss with the United States. Well, hey, you guys, we're very concerned with the protests, and we are here to at least morally support them, if not in a different way, if you know what I mean. They say it out loud. Imagine that someone else would say that. China, for example. Iran should say that. Or North Korea, the woodchuck. Anyway. At the same time, Washington no longer intends to work on the restoration of the agreement on Iran's nuclear program. That means they can develop an atomic bomb. Is that what you're telling me? Or you imply that, or you tell us straight that you can bomb Iran whenever you want. So I don't want to talk to you. I don't like your terms. I'm not interested. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bomb you. Or you want to talk to me? Well, I don't like your proposals. No, I think it's unacceptable. And you know what? Those are not good proposals because you're not doing what I want you to do. Therefore, I withdraw. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bomb you. So that's basically what's going on here. Israel, United States, sends the bully boy. Hey, bully boy, go and do your Iran already. It's been years. Jesus Christ. This is the Jewish state telling these guys. And these guys come and say, hey, you got to do what we tell you to do. And those guys, no, we have a counteroffer. Why don't you do what we tell you to do? And those guys says, no, I wanted to do that. The guys say, okay, let's negotiate. Well, Iranians are not idiots. After all, are Persians, right? So what are you going to do about it? Well, if you don't do basically what I want you to do, then end of conversation and we are ready for war. That's exactly or similar to what the Poles did before September 1st, 1939 with the Germans regarding the Danzig corridor. No, yeah, we'll talk to you. Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the Germans said, okay, now you drag your feet for about, I don't know how many years, and because of the Brits, you argue in or negotiate in bad faith. You have until then to come and discuss and do what we want you to do. And Poland said, no. Okay, bang. Great Britain, can you help me? And then the Soviets, bang. And then Great Britain declared war to what? To both guys who attacked their friend? No, only to Germany. Why? Maybe some people were riding high in Soviet Union, but not in Germany anymore. I don't know. Some people said that, some historians, but they're crazy, I'm pretty sure. And they are extreme. You know what I mean? The names are there, so check it out. The names of those guys who were riding high. And this is what this weasel says. Iran is not interested in a deal and we're focused on other things, said Malley. Malley being the Robert Malley, the special envoy for Iran. So Iran is not interested. So I determined they're not interested because they don't want to do what I tell them to do. So we're focused on other things. What could that be? I wonder. They already do all kind of exercises with Israel. If you remember, they practicing on Iran about a week ago, and they were very happy about it. The Jewish state, not Americans. And I'm quoting now. Listen to this. This is the main thing of the whole article. And I'm quoting this weasel. Right now, we, United States, we can make a difference in trying to deter and disrupt the provision of weapons to Russia and trying to support the fundamental aspirations of the Iranian people. All right? So, they will try to stop the Russians, but they will support the fundamental aspirations of the Iranian people. Well, good. That's not interference. What at all? So, how are they going to try to support the fundamental aspirations of the Iranian people? He stressed that the U.S. goal is to disrupt, delay, deter, and sanction the supply of weapons to Russia from Iran. The envoy noted that possible supplies of missiles to Russia or assistance in the organization of weapons production would be crossing new lines. Really? Really? How many lines did you cross since February 2024? I wonder. I can tell you, you send first some little weapons, and then some bullets, then condoms, then howitzers, and then this, and then now is talk about tanks from Slovenia that you fix, you in the Netherlands, 80, that's the number, okay? And then airplanes pretty soon, you send HIMARS, where's the line you crossed? Oh, no line for you. You see, so he understands that there's red lines over there, but only for them, not for no, we didn't cross any line over here. You were not involved in Ukraine war, weren't you? Were you? No, but it seems like you are. Up to your anyway. So then they say this: new lines. Russia has received hundreds of combat drones from Iran and is using 3 types of them against Ukraine. He said and then this is how we know that. Zelensky, according to President Zelensky, Moscow has ordered a total of 2,400 drones of the latter type from Tehran. So some drones. So Zelensky told Americans that Russians ordered, and that is how do you want to call it? True. 100%, because Zelensky said so. For me, there is like bam, bam, bam. Why? Really? Do I need to make a point? And then he says, earlier, Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdollahian admitted for the first time that Tehran had indeed handed over drones to Russia, but claimed it happened before the start of the full-scale war against Ukraine. And what if they did? Didn't you do the same thing to these guys? Oh, they're the bad ones, the Russians are the bad ones, and only the good ones have the good ones. The bad ones cannot have the bad ones. I got that one, but still, courage is courage, regardless if it's the guy who's fighting against me. If he displays courage, that's courage. So helping is helping, for good things or for bad things. Washington refuted this and stressed that Iran handed over drones to Russia in the summer of 2022 and also sent its military specialists to occupied Ukrainian territories to train the Russian armed forces. Did you hear that? I think that's an insult. It's like I would say, well, we sent some Romanians to train the American armed forces. No offense to Iran, but I think the Russians survived so many years and developed nuclear weapons and this kind of S-400, S-300, S-500, S-Suhois and others by themselves without the help of Iran. Don't you think? They did just fine. So they need the Iranians to come and train the Russians to do what? To fly the drones. Okay, this is how you do it. That's it. You're trained. But, the HIMARS were trained, the Ukrainians were trained on HIMARSes, really. And Colonel Douglas McGregor, the retired colonel that you don't see him on the TV anymore, he said, well, there's no way these guys learn how to do it, to operate on HIMARS. Those are NATO contractors. That's what he said. Well, I don't know. He's still online. He's still on YouTube. You can check him out. He says, earlier reports coming from whom, have indicated a number of Iranian military trainers have perished in strikes on Russian facilities in occupied Crimea. The guys who were training the stupid Russians to use drones. Drones. Do you think you need trainers to come and train you for drones? I mean, really? I mean, how many pages is the training manual? 2 pages? You go forward, you go left, you go right, you go up, and you go down, and this red button is when you drop the bomb, where the little thing shows the cross over there, okay? And then if you want to communicate with Russian satellites, then you put that little thing over there, the click, clock, click, click, clock. That's go. How do you, is that, but HIMARS, just like this, man. And by the way, the Ukrainians learned to operate the Gepard, the German air defense tank, airplanes, whatever they call it, Gepard, in 30 days. Exactly 30 days. Something that is necessary 6 months. Wasn't that what it was with the Gepards? Something like that. They were trained in 60 days. 30 days. Something that they need 6 months. But hey, what do you want, man? But these guys need Iranians for drones. Click, click, click. Really. Anyway, so yeah, they didn't even say how they're going to support the Iranian people. I mean, they do already with all those guys infiltrated over there and with the mass media pouring certain kind of information, if you know, in Iran. And I heard that Great Britain was very good at it. And I heard that the German embassy was very good at, hey, that means coordinating. Jesus Christ. But hey, you need to dig a little bit, like 2 clicks, click, click. Or you need to make a few phone calls or maybe more. And you find out. Not very hard. I mean, instead of watching TV and drinking some beer, you waste your time doing these things. But otherwise, you listen to this guy telling you whatever he wants, and you like that fish in the pond when I, cast the lure. Up, immediately on it, and then whoops. Hey, what's up, buddy? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.